2 Samuel chapter 6 is the restoring of the worship of God in Israel. And we've been asking the question, what does that mean? What does it mean for me? Well, one of the things that it means for us is that in order to restore worship, we must have a reverence for the Word of God. 2 Samuel 6 contains one of the most disturbing passages in the Old Testament, perhaps in all of the Bible. A man was struck down for saving the Ark of the Covenant from falling into the dirt. So shocking to our system is this passage that some so-called theologians have attempted to get God off the hook by explaining that Uzzah had so much respect for the Ark that when he touched the Ark, he was so overcome with fright that he died on the spot of a heart attack. It was his own terror that caused his death. But that will not do justice to the text. God is not seeking to be let off the hook. God does not hide at all what he does in this passage. He makes it plain and clear for all to see, yet sometimes we can refuse to see it because we don't want a God like this. This story offends our sense of justice. What exactly was Uzzah's sin? Well, to get at that answer, we must look backwards into the recorded Word of God and see the instructions that were given to the priesthood regarding carrying this special sacred box. There was one special branch of priests, the Kohathites, who were commissioned and consecrated by God to carry the ark. It tells us that back in Numbers chapter 4. And the ark was to be covered by 3 different coverings, and there was a special way to carry the ark. And Aaron was warned in Numbers to relay this instruction to the Kohathites and not to look upon the holy things so that they would not be killed. Listen to what R.C. Sproul had to say about this event. Uzzah's sin was his assumption that his hand was less polluted than the earth. But it wasn't the ground or the mud that would desecrate the ark. It was the touch of man. The earth is an obedient creature. It does what God tells it to do. It brings forth its yield in its season. It obeys the laws of nature that God has established. The ground doesn't commit cosmic treason. There is nothing polluted about the ground. God did not want his holy throne touched by that which was contaminated by evil, that which was in rebellion to him, that which by its ungodly revolt brought the whole creation to ruin. You see, Uzzah was not an innocent man, and yet we find ourselves siding with him, don't we? Why is that? Because we do not properly understand the holiness of God, and we overestimate our own goodness and intentions. You know, if we are ever to have restored worship in our lives ordered around God, then we must have a growing awareness of God's outright, absolute holiness that's given to us in His Word. As you pray today, please remember Sam and Suzanne Jordan, our missionaries in Jordan. And also remember the Mandarin Life Word broadcast that's heard throughout China and Taiwan.